Joelle, thank you very much for joining us on Entrepreneur Middle East today. My first question has a lot to do with the theme of this year's week convention, and that is about going all in. We're talking about how women sort of, balance between personal life and career and all the other hats that we wear. But we're also in a time when a lot of female pioneers and leaders are coming out and saying we shouldn't be romanticizing the word superwoman.
No, not
Yes.
at all.
So, and the idea is simply that we don't really need to prove that we can do everything all at once at the same time. What has your sort of insights on that been? How was it when you started out versus how are you balancing all your different responsibilities today?
I love this question so much, and I have so much to say about this. Just yesterday, I was cooking. Actually, no, on Friday. So to be specific, 2 days ago, I was cooking and I was juggling working at the same time. So I flipped my camera and I said to everyone, just look who's behind my camera. And it was one of the guys that works with me in the creative department. And we were working at the same time as I'm cooking. And at the same time, I'm creating content for social media. So I'm not just cooking to cook. I'm cooking for my kids, but at the same time, I'm taking advantage of that time so I can create content. And at the same time, I'm working on my other brand, which is my lenses brand, Eye Candy. What I want to say, no, we should not fantasize that image of being a superwoman. Women should not have to do it all. I should not have to do it all. On Friday, I said to my audience, and no one believes me when I say that, I want to say that I wish I was just a housewife. It's not just a housewife. A housewife's job is so challenging to cook for your kids, for yourself, for your family, take care of your kids properly, take them to after-school activities, spend that time and have the patience to show them what's right and what's wrong, because instead of just shouting, just having that internal patience to put them to bed, read them stories, do play dates, that's an amazing thing to do. Whenever I say, I wish I was a housewife, no one believes me. People think that I do what I do because I'm in love with what I do. I think there's something about my personality, and I've questioned myself so many times over the years, especially when I remember my daughter was only a few months old. Actually, I went back to filming my TV show when my daughter was only 2 months old. And then I would be so obsessed with my TV show that I would go to the edit and come back home at 3 in the morning. I would put the key in, open the door, and tears are just flowing down my face thinking, one, I'm exhausted. I'm overworked. I feel so bad I'm not seeing my little baby, that my body, my hormones need her. I need her. I need her so badly. I have that detachment anxiety from her. My husband is snoring. My son is snoring. The helpers at home, they're sleeping. And I'm the loneliest person. I'm in the middle of the night, early morning, 3 in the morning, and I've just come home. And I say to myself the next morning, why am I doing it? I don't know. There's something inside of me that gives me that drive to do it all. But it's just not for everybody. And I don't have respect only for the women that are doing everything. I have great respect for the women that are also incredible housewives, mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, women who are changing the world, even through their children, and building a greater and better future. Today we have more awareness in the world. So even bringing up your kids and impacting them so well for them to become beautiful young adults, that on its own is a big thing. So we should not only highlight the women in business. That's great, but there's a massive price to pay. Yesterday, I was talking to one of the women from the week convention, and she said, oh my God, like my son, my daughter were so young, and I don't remember them growing up. And that's one of the things that hurt me the most, is that I love my kids more than anything on planet Earth, more than anything. But I did sacrifice spending all of my time with them, where I had to balance that house life with my working life. And people ask me, how do you do it? Well, I don't go on lunch dates with my friends. I don't go on brunches. At the weekend, I'm just spending all my time with my kids because I miss them. I want to be there for them. And I want to be a good mom. So you compromise on not giving yourself the freedom that 90% of people have.
Thank you very much for saying what you just did, because I think the concept or the definition of success has narrowed down so much in today's world that we need reminders like this to tell ourselves that, you know, success comes in different shapes and forms, and it can mean something to you. What is success to one person may not necessarily be to another.
Success, whether it's for men or women, it comes with a lot of compromise and a lot of tears, hard work, sleepless nights, anxiety, and sometimes self-doubt. Because when you want to succeed, it's not always win, 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 win. There's a lot of you win, 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 and then you drop. You fail in something. It's only normal. And I wasn't used to failing. So whenever something didn't go my way or something was a massive struggle, and I don't have the power to make it the success that I want it to be. So my husband will always come and say, you can't always win. Like, no one always win. The biggest companies, they don't always win. There's an up, there's a down. And it took a lot for me to accept the down because of my personality, wanting to win, wanting to prove myself. But now, this month in November, I'm turning 50. I'm one of those women also, I celebrate my age because I want to tell other women, other girls out there, if you really take care of yourself, however way you like. Some women don't like makeup, good for them, great. But work then on just your inner then. You don't need to work on your outer. But if you want to still look brilliant like you did in your 20s, in your 50s, you can. If you want to, but it's even better. Because in my 20s, I had less self-esteem. I had less self-confidence. I had not accomplished as much. I thought I was smart, but I was naive. I thought I was experienced, but I wasn't at all experienced yet in life. So today, I have it all. And I want women to know the more we grow, the more we should be proud of our age, of our achievements, no matter what we achieved. Even like I said, if we were housewives, but we were able to let our children be loving, caring, respectful, brilliant. That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. You touched upon the importance of taking care of the self, and that's a great segue to what I wanted to ask you next. And it's about the concept of rest. For so long, especially in today's hustle culture, rest is sometimes looked down upon. But there are, again, a lot of people who are coming out, people in the business space and otherwise, who are coming out and saying it's important for you to take active rest in your lives.
Why are you saying all the right? Why are you asking all the right questions? You're just really you're reminding me of the messages that I want to put out there.
Oh, I'm glad.
I feel bad when I rest, and I know I shouldn't. I feel bad when I'm sick. I feel bad when I had corona. When I had corona, I was actually on holiday. What I felt bad about was not lack of work, was not being there for my kids. That tore me apart. The fact that I couldn't be close to my kids. I had a very bad COVID, by the way, corona. So I was in bed for 7 days, just very sick. Some nights I thought I would not make it till the morning. I was convinced I will not wake up in the morning. But that guilt feeling that as mothers, I think we have towards our kids and towards the business. So if I ever want to slow down and not work as hard, I have that same guilt feeling that I have towards my kids. If I feel I'm not spending enough time with them, I feel towards work. And that is so bad. I have beauty clinics, Clinica Joelle.
Yes.
I have 9 of them. And sometimes the manager in my clinic, especially in Dubai, she will send me a bouquet of roses and a card to say, don't forget us, come and visit us. We'd love to offer you any treatment. And it's true, people would think that just because I have a clinic, I'm there, doing my Botox on a regular basis, my skin boosters. And I wasn't. For years, I barely went to my clinic. I would go to my clinic like as if I'm a stranger in the clinic. Because why? I'm in the back office working to make the clinics a bigger success. But recently, honestly, I decided that when I take care of me, I'm going to be such a happier person. And maybe I'm going to give more. And that giving more is going to be in a way that I will enjoy,
Yeah.
rather than going to work, stressing, not being happy, not wanting to look in the mirror. No, I want to take care of me on the outside as well as working on the inside. So then I'm doing everything with pleasure.
Yeah.
Why can't we work with pleasure? So for many years, I worked making it look like for other people it was with pleasure, but it wasn't at all with pleasure. I was just cramming all the responsibilities that I put on myself, wanting to do everything by myself as well, with little help, when no, I should actually try to rely more on some of my employees and take care of myself.
Yeah. I think, something a lot of women struggle with is this idea of you can't give from an empty cup. And we like that concept as a concept, but the process of filling your cup is what we don't really sort of take the steps towards. Final question to you, Joelle. And, a lot of women again struggle with saying no to things that they want to say no to. How can they sort of master that trait?
She's incredible, by the way. I just want to tell you. Like, she's going to make me talk about something right now that no one knows. And it's about learning to say no. Please continue.
Yes, I was almost done. It's just about how can they say no without feeling, again, guilty about it, and also still maintaining a level of assertiveness in the workplace.
I have struggled till now and all of my life when it comes to saying no. And again, it's feeling guilty to say no, not wanting others to judge me that I didn't care, not wanting others to have a bad opinion about me when I say no. And I want to tell you something that really truly happened to me. When I was filming Joelle Unfiltered, my reality show, the filming was brutal. Brutal. It was, the crew will arrive at 9 in the morning. I'm already downstairs in one of my rooms in my house. I turned it into a hair and makeup room. Sitting on that chair every day, repeat and rewind, repeat and rewind. Okay, you might think having your makeup done is nice, but imagine, I want to tell you, it's like having your makeup done for your wedding. Every single day for 3 months. And then we would film sometimes until, most nights until 11. So the entire day, I'm filming, changing outfits, getting my hair retouched, blah, blah, blah. And the issues of the normal life, which are, every day is a struggle. One of the days, I got so sick. I was so sick, my hands and my feet were turning blue. I was just dehydrated. I had an infection. I had a fever. And I was in bed. So the doctor came, examined me. I had such a stiff neck that they wanted me to go to the emergency. They couldn't believe how stiff my neck was from the stress that I was living. And my producer, who imagine worked with me on my makeover show, she came from uni to me. I taught her so much because obviously I was doing my show for years before she came along. She would be at the bottom of my bed, walking up and down, talking to the executive producer, telling him, yeah, they gave her an injection now. I'm just waiting for her to see if she's going to get better to continue filming. The doctor told them she has to, minimum, take 2 days of rest in bed, but preferably 3 days, not to get out of bed. And they got me out of bed after a few hours. After that, I had to go to therapy. I decided to go to therapy because on my own, I couldn't change myself to say no. And I went to therapy, remember, I was crying and I was saying to her, I want to know how, when people look at me, they see this great, like strong entrepreneur, strong image of a woman. But what they're seeing is not the reality. I couldn't even say no to my producer, who's almost the same age of my son. I couldn't tell them, no, I cannot get out of bed today. I had to please them, get out of bed and go and continue filming. And because I had those 4 hours, we didn't finish until like 2 in the morning. So I struggle with saying no. It's not a good thing when you don't know how to say no. We need to learn more and more how to say no. I'm getting there, imagine. I'm still not that good at it. But if there's one message that can go out there to everyone watching, no, it's your right to say no. You have to say no. And you should not be worried about what others think of you if you do say no.
Yeah. I know it was a period of struggle for you, but it's oddly comforting when we hear stories like this from women, like you say, who we see as strong entrepreneurs, strong leaders. It's oddly comforting to hear that they've been through similar experiences and have learned to do that. It gives you the confidence that you can do the same.
And imagine, this was just like 2 years back. Even 2 years back, I struggled to say no. Like that hurt me so much on the inside, because also, you know, when you meet people and everyone says, you're so strong, well done, you're so powerful, you're my inspiration. And you think you're a fake. Inside, I felt like I was a fake. How can people see me like that? But on the inside, I knew I couldn't even say no to even stop working for like half a day, not even a full day.
Yeah.
So I wanted to work on myself, and I went straight to a psychologist to see, how can you help me say no?
Yeah, but I want to tell you, it's not being fake. I think, you know, you sharing advice like this and wisdom like this with women, it makes more of an impact than you possibly know. So thank you for
all I care about, honestly, is to empower others, to teach them things that took me years to understand, even to understand myself and why I behave in certain ways, and what it means to be successful, and the compromise that we all go through to be successful. And it's not always worth it. Just do what you want to do. You want to be successful? Yes, you have to compromise. You want to be a housewife? Just do the best job that you can. Be the best mother that you can. The best wife that you can. Whatever you do in life. My only thing I want to say, whatever you decide to do in life, just do it at your best. Ability.
Absolutely. Joelle, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for having joined us on Entrepreneur Middle East. Thank you.
Magic questions.
Thank you very much. You made my day. Thank you.
Thank you.